It is the death anniversary tomorrow of Dr. David Kelly. Let's talk about him and what he represented with Sean Murray, the Irish film and documentary maker. Sean, great to see you again. Just to save me doing it, perhaps a recap for younger viewers on the significance of the events covered in the film, if you would.
Well, I think, as a documentary maker, as a journalist, I think there's a moral duty to get involved in projects like this. And I think it was we had a real task ahead of us because in events like this, it's not with so much cover-up involved around the death and the official narrative that was pushed. What you have to do in situations like this is basically expose all the anomalies around Dr. David Kelly's death, and I think that's what we've done significantly in the film.
We're in the Epstein affair at the moment. There are some similarities. It's a mysterious death that nobody actually believes, and Kelly's was like that even from the beginning. Not many people believed the official narrative even back then, and fewer still believe it today, not least because of the succession of scandals, murders, disappearances, assassinations. The British state killed itself. Whoever killed David Kelly, the British state killed itself with the Iraq war, don't you think?
Well, it certainly did. Well, firstly, I'd like to thank you for putting the film on tonight, George, for free, because, I mean, even having watched it back earlier, this is something that brought back a lot of memories for me. I mean, during the research, I was, with all the knowledge I have and with all the research that I've been involved in around the conflict in Ireland, around state killings in Ireland, the death of Dr. David Kelly was something that seriously surprised me. I mean, the amount of anomalies, what had happened in the Hutton inquiry and how it went further than even a whitewash, and just the fact that somebody as highly decorated as Dr. David Kelly, and someone, as many would say, was on the verge of a knighthood, that he was expendable to the British state. I mean, what does that mean for us mere mortals, So I think the film does a good job in pulling all that together and letting the audience know how deep the British state does go to push for events like that's outplaying now in the case of the genocide in Gaza, etc.
Yeah, I mean, it was a commonplace. I even said it myself, though usually quickly correcting myself. It was said or believed by many people that whilst the British state has been involved in atrocities on a grand scale abroad, they were unlikely to murder a decorated, high-profile British scientist in the woods in Oxfordshire. And that was widely believed, perhaps is still widely believed. But of course, for the time being at least, the 6 counties of the north of Ireland are part of the British state, and killings and collusion in murder was commonplace in the north of Ireland over decades. So, although it was a surprise that it happened in Oxfordshire, it isn't really a surprise that it happened in the UK, is it?
No, we're well informed about state killings here and the death squads that Britain run here in the north of Ireland. And something, when I reflect back and I look at the phrase, many dark actors are at play, I'm subphrasing what Dr. Kelly had said himself. It brought me back to the event when Geraldine Finucane, the lawyer Pat Finucane, who was killed by the British state through collusion with loyalist paramilitaries, who had met David Cameron in London. And when she requested from David Cameron an independent inquest into her husband's death, David Cameron bent forward and said, the people around these four walls would never allow this. And that brought it back to me what David Kelly had said, and saying many dark actors are at play here, So yes, we are well aware in the north of Ireland of the lengths of what the British state will go to murder innocent civilians. But again, if Dr. David Kelly, a highly decorated member of you could say the British establishment, if he was expendable, what are the rest of us,
Yeah. The reason I say that the British state committed suicide with the Iraq war is because of my now quite advanced feeling that all of our institutions in which people believed in before, whether they ought to have believed in them or not is another matter, but all of the things we believed in, the role of Parliament, the role of telling the truth at the dispatch box, the role of the civil service, neutral British civil service, bowler hat, pinstripes, umbrella and unimpeachable, the role of judges like Lord Hutton, the role of the media like television and newspapers. All of the authority of all of these institutions began its precipitous decline after the Iraq War, after it was discovered that the Iraq War was a pack of lies for which 1 million people paid with their lives, and people are still paying with their lives, even today.
Yeah, George, I mean, that was 2003. If we forward a bit, we're now in 2025. I think what has happened with the period now, the proliferation of digital media has changed everything. I think that the government, in trying to push for war, and the lies that were quickly found out around that, and thanks to David Kelly and thanks to good journalists that were there at the time, I think the ability to tell those lies that the establishment governments in the West, that they see that there's a kind of, I like to call it a more democratic ability for people to find the truth through digital media, through social media. And we see what has happened since October the 7th in Gaza is that they don't even try anymore. That veil has slipped. We're seeing genocide in real time. They don't care. We know about the survey planes through great journalism, through Declassified, etc. We know that they're arming the state of Israel during a live event genocide. And the British government, particularly it has hastened since Keir Starmer. And the British police state has hastened since Keir Starmer. They don't care about the public anymore. They don't even attempt to cover up the lies. It's, as I had said with regards to Dr. David Kelly's death, we're mere mortals. It never matters anymore. We are witnessing one of the worst events since the Second World War, a genocide, a live genocide, and there's nothing being done about it at all.
Now, we were very lucky to have you as our director on your way up. You're well up now. Since the film was made, you've won all kinds of awards, and you've moved on not just to new fields, but to a new genre. You're actually making drama now as well as documentary. And I've seen some clips from your forthcoming film. Tell us a bit about that, would you?
Yeah, well, Lost City is basically it's a film about post-ceasefire Belfast, or post-ceasefire Ireland, if you like. And it's a kind of a dark love story set in the criminal underworld. So it kind of merges the criminal underworld in the south of Ireland with the politics of the north. And I've been writing that film for a couple of years now, and it's came to fruition. And over this last couple of days, it has we've got real good news in pushing the film forward. So we are finishing off filming over the next couple of months and hope to have the film released early in the new year.